This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
During ancient times, different cultures and people used different calendars to plan for different days of their lives in the community. These lead to the creation of different calendar systems. Some of these calendars include the lunar calendar, the Gregorian calendar, and the Egyptian calendar. The Egyptian and Gregorian calendars were used to keep time and planning for the Egyptian and Roman cultures, respectively. They were also created and introduced at different times in history. For instance, the Gregorian calendar was introduced around 1582, and the Egyptian calendar is the first calendar known to humans and is assumed to have been introduced in 4236 BCE. These show that the people of Egypt were the first to create and implement the calendar. The Gregorian calendar, which was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII, making it named after him, was formed and implemented mainly by use of arithmetical formation, while the Egyptian calendar is anciently based on the moon's phases. The Gregorian calendar, which the Roman Catholic Church formed, is the years that are counted starting from the time of Jesus' incarnation and uses a structure called the year numbering system. The Egyptian calendar, on the other hand, used the Nile cycles to determine their 3 seasons: inundation, which was from June 21 to February 21, emergence, which was from October 21 to February 21, and the summer, which was from February 21 to June 21. The Gregorian calendar was a modification of the Julian calendar, composed of 365 a quarter days with intercalation of a leap year which is after every 4 years, while the Egyptian calendar is composed of 360 days a year with 12 months of 30 days each and 5 days added at the end of the year. The creation and introduction of the Gregorian calendar by the Roman Pope made the lives of the community use it to have the upper hand over others using other forms of the calendar. The calendar also provided some forms of a setback for those using it. One of the merits of the Gregorian calendar is that all the weeks in a month have an integral number of days. The years also have the number of weeks that are integral. This makes it easy for those using the calendar to be able to tell the day of the week directly. The Gregorian calendar also provided an even number of weeks. It had the same number of weeks in a month. This made it more accurate compared to the other systems of the calendar since it breaks the whole day into 24 hours and does not specify the start and end of the day. Due to its accuracy and even the number of days in a week and weeks in a month, it is commonly used by developed countries. It is also fixed, thus making it possible to know the dates of different days, even 100 years later. The Gregorian calendar, which was perceived and used by many developed countries, had its own setbacks that made it uneasy to use. For instance, in the Gregorian calendar, the new year varies by almost 6 days, and the solstice and the equinox differ by at least a week. These make it hard to be used by historians and astronomers because they will not be able to know a particular season to plan their events. This calendar also has overly uneven month lengths and inconsistent patterns, and an appointed day is not always on the same day. The Egyptian calendar, one of the first calendars, was significantly considered since it was much easier to use and could survive and be used daily for more than 3,000 years. Due to these, its use was even extended until the late 16th century by historians and astronomers. The calendar's 10 days a week, 30 days a month, and 365 days of the year made it a more sensible calendar to use, thus giving it the upper hand. Although it was considered sensible and easy to use, it was also not perfect. The number of days in a week, which is not a perfect 365.242 in a typical tropical year, makes it hard to determine the exact start and end of a particular season and the commencement of another. Upon creating and implementing different calendar systems, their use spread to different countries and was adapted more easily or slowly into the running of people's lives. For instance, the Gregorian calendar, which was created in Italy, was easily spread in other countries like China and the United Kingdom, among others. This was due to the integrity of the number of days and the ease of determining a day even 1,000 years later. American society mostly started using the Gregorian calendar. This is because both the number of days in a week and the number of weeks in a month are integral. Due to the integral nature of the days and weeks, it is easy to tell the day of the week directly. It is also a helpful calendar in American society due to the fact that it has the same number of weeks in a month. This is because it is fixed, thus making it able to know a day, even 1,000 years later. One can, therefore, plan an event that will happen even 10 years later due to the certainty that the days will not change but will be the same year in and out. Did you like this, the Gregorian calendar and the Egyptian calendar sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivpanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.